one of the magnificent, magical things about pregnancy is that stuff goes back. Like, I'm always shocked. I'm shocked by like how
Show
normal.
us, prove it.
Photo or didn't
Hey
happen.
guys, watch on YouTube. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Life Uncut. I'm Laura.
Not just any episode, I'm Brittany.
It's 2026. I mean, that sounds weird.
Happy
New Year! Happy New Year, everybody.
That was, for anyone listening, that was the most expensive bottle of champagne that we could find in our cupboard.
Yeah, unfortunately, we are recording this very early in the morning and I didn't have time to put it in a fridge. So it is also warm. But
Beautiful.
let the celebrations begin, everybody.
Oh, let's pour some shampoos.
I do hope that everyone had a great New
I'm
Year's.
just going to put that between my leg for a second.
We didn't think about this, did we?
Hang on. Okay.
Pass the
we
wine
started
glasses.
this episode, then we popped a champagne. Let us stop down to pour it.
We said we were going to do mimosas, but I didn't bring any orange juice. So we're just going in hardcore in the morning with some champers. And I'm not mad about it. Do you remember when we used to record every episode a little bit drunk?
It's actually true. It was mainly Laura.
I don't know if you told people that.
Can you pass that, Kish?
When we first started Life Uncut,
6.5 years ago.
yeah, 6.5 years ago, I would sit at my little desk in my bedroom, which Britt would come over. We would sit there together.
Which is now my bedroom.
And it's now, as you guys all know, it's Britt's bedroom. I would crack a bottle of red and I would just get progressively more drunk as we record.
We were young, wild and free, pantless, childless, soulless.
I think I had a child, but also...
You did,
I also
actually.
think I was kind of a bit depressed at the time too. It was also COVID. I was stuck inside and I did a lot of drinking when I look back on that time in my life.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy New
Cheers,
Year's,
guys.
everyone.
Cheers to 2025 being absolutely chaotic but wonderful, and cheers to a brilliant 2026.
I was thinking about this morning. What was
Hang
your...
on, you have to drink or it's
Okay.
bad luck. Do you reckon that's off, Kish?
I'm not going to lie. I don't drink much anymore.
Tastes good to me.
This might be one.
Laura, did you get gifted that for your 21st?
It's a bottle of Chandon.
Laura goes,
Chandon Brut. Nothing but the best for
It
you
is
two.
brute. It feels brutey. Yeah.
do you know my nickname from my family is Brutus?
No, I thought it was Mayo.
No, that's my name.
That's my actual name.
That's my Mayo's. It's my real name.
I have a question for you guys. A little bit of a self-reflection on 2025. How do you think, if you're going to give it a score out of 10, how did it score for you?
Oh my God!
How do you feel going into 2026?
If it's out of 10, mine is a 20.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, I cried a lot, but I got married twice. The love of my life. I had a wonderful year. Kicked career goals. I'm in love. It's obviously not ideal with our situation being distance, but like if I look back overall with a lens, how can I complain? I have everything that I needed and wanted and had hoped for.
That's a nice way to say. My immediate reaction was 7. And then as you started listing things, I was like, no, actually, it was an 8. I think
Only an 8.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You had so many wonderful things.
I had amazing things and like big life things as well. Like we adopted, little Bonnie, like my first actual dog, not, stealing Delilah from you. I bought my first house with my partner. Like I've never owned something before. So I guess they're massive things, but for some
You've
reason.
also doing your dream job. You got a partner. You did cloud.
You get to see
killed
us
it.
every day.
Yeah, why
Keisha,
does
how
it only
dare
feel like
you?
a 7?
That's on you. That's on you.
That's interesting. That's I mean, like downer, but like an interesting take on what feels like a successful year for you.
I feel as though every year, and I know that this happens to everyone, so this is not me, I constantly am wondering when I'm going to feel as though I've got more time. And I think that that's something I need to work on this year.
You work for us. There's no time.
Yeah, I think it's because your job is stressful,
always chaos.
unfortunately.
Keisha was a 10 until she tried the champagne. She's like a 7.
Actually a 5.
Britt, I do want to say though, and I mean this like very genuinely as a friend, I feel like every time we've done this episode is the rear in your view. If you've been with us since the very beginning, you will know why. I feel as though like I'm just so happy for you because I don't think you would have given it a 20 in the past. Like I don't think that there's been a year that I've known you and we've been as close as we are, where your reaction to the year that's been would have been that genuinely happy. And I'm so fucking happy for how this year has turned out for you.
Thank you. And I say that with like there were low points for sure. And there were
Everyone,
stressful
yeah.
points. But if you asked me 6 years ago, if you said 6 years ago, imagine there comes a time, this could make me cry,
Well, you have multiple weddings.
where you get to go where you get married with 5 wedding dresses. No,
And Keisha's going to lug one across the entire world for you.
no, but if there was a time where someone said, imagine if there was a time where you got to go to work every day with best friends and laugh and talk and it's your job. And then you've met the love of your life. You are interviewing some of the biggest people in the world. You have married a man that could not be better.
And you have a great set of abs. Like, let's all be real.
I worked really hard.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Maybe that would
Well
make
done.
me feel like I had a 10 year.
But you
if
know
I
what?
got some abs.
That's where the 3 is missing from, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? It's easy. Sometimes you've got to take yourself out of the situation and look at it from above. Because if you told me that,
You have everything you ever wanted.
I would have said, I have everything. You're going to get to go to Italy. Your husband lives in Italy, so every 2 months you get to go there. I'm like, stop it, okay. But I have everything I want, and that trumps the bad moments. And I think it's important to be able to sit in it and be like, fucking, I'm living something I could have only dreamt of. And I'm like, that's my day to day.
Yeah, I also feel like this year, I do genuinely feel like this year was a 10 for me. And
It's because you got your 3rd kid finally.
It's because I milked that 3rd kid out of my husband. Ew, literally.
Ew, yeah.
Sorry.
Well, now the
Sorry, I
kid's
didn't mean like
milking
that.
you, so-
Wait, Laura's like, it's time. And then she's like,
Let's go. I'm ovulating. No, I think also because and you guys know this, I was so worried about what adding a 3rd one was going to be like. And I think I spent so much time in the middle of the year being pregnant, being uncomfortable and living in a bit of mental anguish around how hard and stressful that was going to be. And this year has just come full circle in the most beautiful and healing way for me. Like I could not be happier. Every day I look at Poppy and I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat you and you're going to have no feet left. And I like want to inhale her. And it's because I know that this is my last time. And I feel like it's the first time I've really been able to enjoy the postpartum period in a very real way without
fine,
trying
you can
to
carry my baby.
without trying to convince myself.
Carry mine.
And also 2024, that my stepdad passed away. And so
And your nana.
yeah, my nan too. It was
Wait,
a
double
really-
down, Keish.
It was
Oh, no, it was a really hard period
Rub
for
salt
you.
in the wound.
Keisha's like, don't
Sorry.
forget how many other people you lost, Laura. That was, let's sit in that. That was a bad year.
Sorry, that was a fucking awful thing I did.
I didn't want your nan to be forgotten.
But I did. It was just it felt like a really heavy year for for all of those reasons.
Yeah.
And this year's just felt the opposite. It's felt really light and really, I don't know, just really, when I look back on it, I just really feel this sense of joy. And I think it's because of having Poppy and having this like full circle moment. Anyway, it is a wrap on 2025 and a massive cheers to 2026. Ding, 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 ding. And this year has been a phenomenal year for Life Uncut.
Yeah, we actually reached 100 million downloads this year, which is about 4 times the population of this country. And I find that, like, when you actually think about how many times and how many people have listened to this podcast, it's crazy to me.
We are very bad at
Celebrating
We are
the
very
wins.
bad at podcasting.
It's really surprising that so many of you listen. We're
Yeah.
very grateful.
No, we're very bad at sitting in that and celebrating the small wins. It's not a small win. It is a massive win. We don't celebrate small wins or big wins, but when we, as a threesome, and not even on air, off air, when we hit that, it was a really cool moment privately. We were like, can you actually believe that this has been listened to 100 million times? Like, that is a lot of zeros. And the fact that you guys keep coming back, and there are so many of you that have listened to every single episode, blows us away. And I'll say it again, I just feel like I have the dream job.
Yeah, well, this year we also focused on growing our YouTube, and we added.
We have 4,000 people now.
We've got more than 14,000.
We have 4 people who watch on YouTube. Cheers to you, YouTubers.
This is a particularly great episode if you want to actually pop it on YouTube, because we're going to be flashing back to all of the parts from the year that were our highlights. We added Ness and Sherry to the team. I mean, Sherry officially, she's kind of been an unofficial part of the team for 6 years.
We didn't pay her for a long time, but she was doing a lot of work. So
Yeah.
we were like, we'll put you on the books.
Yeah. She took us to the board and we were like, fine, okay.
To our non-existent HR.
She goes, can I have a meeting with you that's not sibling related? She's like, I do a lot of work for you guys.
And I would like to be paid.
We finally released our first spin-off miniseries with Cloud. That was a 10-part miniseries that I got to do on ADHD. We got to interview some of the world's biggest celebrities, artists and podcasters like Kim Kardashian, Teddy Swims, Sporty Spice and Dr. Rangan Chatterjee.
I'd just like to point out that I was not on a single one of those episodes.
Sorry.
You did have a bad run. Like
I was
when
like-
you went on maternity leave, every big superstar was like, hey, I'll interview with you guys.
Keisha's like, I'm on the podcast now, so I'm going to get good guests. I'm going to get really good guests. I'm filling
isn't how
in,
it
so
happened.
I'm going to reach out.
No, it's not
shoot
Keisha.
the shot.
I booked every one of those.
Yeah.
I'll defend Keisha. It was me. I was like, Laura's gone. Hey, can I have Oprah? I was like,
I think it might have actually been that they were all done at quite weird times.
Can I
Yeah.
They were
say-
at like 11 p.m. or something, or 4 o'clock in
No,
the morning.
totally. It was outside of like what is the normal work hours for a mum. I want to say as well, there's been so many highlights this year. And the really fun thing about doing this episode is that we get to go back through all of the funny, stupid, ridiculous moments and revisit them and share them with you as well. But one thing that didn't make it in this, and I wanted to say the biggest thank you, and that is the birth playlist that you guys put together. Like Lifers.
Laura, you're speaking ahead of turn.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it did
But
make it.
wait, there is more.
Sorry, Keisha has done a lot more than what I have on this episode.
that's why she's got no time.
Obviously, the biggest parts of the year personally for you guys was having Poppy and also getting married a couple of times. I was about to say marriages.
Yeah.
You had a couple of, sorry, not marriages, but you had multiple weddings, and we are going to flash back to those. For our last year in reviews or rearing your views, we've kind of mixed it up where we've had a mix of funny bits that have happened throughout the year, and we've had Ask Uncuts, and we've also had some interviews. But this year we're going to do things a little bit differently, and it's because next week we have an entire Ask Uncut aftermath dropping for you. So that will be dropped in 7 days' time. And we are also going to flash back to some of the interviews. So this particular year in review, it's going to be a lot more of the funny bits. So strap in if you are in need of a giggle. It's going to be a good episode for you.
Do you reckon we kick off with what Laura got up to last summer break?
I think it's a great place to start. It's when we'd had a really nice little holiday, and then I came back with my holiday highlight, and this is how we started January of 2025. I bought a cock ring. He's never tried one, but I was like, well, let's just give this a go, spice things up. Maybe it'll be fun.
Was it on sale?
So I bought it in the Black Friday sale.
I knew it. I knew it. 2 for 1.
So it was a discounted cock ring, and nothing screams romance quite like it. So I got it in the mail, and I was like, hey, tried to make it funny, and I was like, maybe we should try this.
To make it funny.
There wasn't a lot of enthusiasm.
I tried to make it funny. Oh my God, this is so funny. This cock ring turned up. Should we just like utilize this weird situation and try it?
And then he didn't show a lot of enthusiasm. So I just like put it on charge next to the bed. There's 2 parts to this story. The first part is I put it on charge next to the bed, didn't really think about it. So it's like a black silicone ring that's got like a thicker band on the top of it.
Yeah.
And the thicker band has 2 buttons that has many settings, like a frightening amount of settings.
Like an air fryer.
So it had been charging for like 2 days. I'd kind of forgotten about it. And I was like, well, when Saturday night rolls around, isn't he in for a treat? So
I love how subtle you are that you just put it on charge on the bedside table. Like the anticipation. When's it going to use? Tomorrow? Next week? Who knows?
well, Lola was the one who ruined the anticipation when she came downstairs wearing it as a bracelet on full vibrate.
Stop it, my small lips.
My small lips.
I remember my small lips.
That is so funny.
She liked it so much she wanted to put it in her daycare backpack. And Mummy said no.
Can I just say?
Wait, you need the context of why you had small lips.
That's what I'm going to do. I remember it. So for anyone that doesn't know why I had small lips, I had done my skin cancer treatment and where
small lips.
it's where you peel like your whole face off and it feels like your face has been super glued. So it hurts to smile, like you can't move. And so when I say small lips, I couldn't.
Brittany did an entire episode like this.
I couldn't talk. I had to talk like this and I couldn't smile or laugh. And I had to, if you ever watched a video, every time I laughed, I had to push my cheeks in with my hand to stop the skin stretching.
It was also
Oh,
a great
dear.
time for Ben.
It was bad time for Ben. Poor Ben.
Well, speaking of Ben,
Yeah, next up is how Britt actually made the very difficult decision to choose who would be responsible for transporting her wedding dress internationally.
I asked Keisha if she would actually be in charge of taking my wedding dress to my wedding.
yeah, this is a point of contention in our friendship group. I don't care about the bridesmaid requests, but the dress, interesting.
Yeah.
Also, Keisha's as big as the dress. She's not going to be able to carry it.
It actually is a big responsibility, I've realised.
Yeah, it
And
is.
I'm not particularly reliable, so I'm curious as to why I was chosen.
As long as you definitely take your ADHD medication that week. I feel safe
It's like you are taking it to Bali, right?
Keisha gets to the airport and she's forgot to pack it. I
She
would not
goes,
be
I
surprised.
feel like I'm missing something. Toothbrush, yep. Wedding dress, fuck. No, I asked Keisha to take my wedding dress because I'm actually not coming from Australia. I'm going to be gallivanting around the world for a while and I can't be taking my dress over. So I was
Must
like,
be
who out of
nice.
my friends can I trust? And no offense, Laura, but Keisha's name came before yours.
It's because you know I will look.
It's
Like
'cause-
I will look.
You've left really important things on your car a lot. They've flown off as you're driving. You lose everything.
Guys, the other day we were walking to work and I was like, fuck my phone. And Keisha was like, yeah, it's in the console in the car. And I got back to the car and no, it was not in the console. It was on the roof. I just left it on the roof of the car.
You leave a lot on the roof, actually.
Yeah, it's because like when I have full hands, I like to put some things on the roof.
Fair.
And then I like to just walk away from it.
But we're joking. That's not it.
Pictured Britt's wedding dress
On the roof. The Sydney Harbour Bridge on the way. It's just like flying through the air. No, it's not that I think you would forget it. I absolutely know you would get my dress there if you had to.
But I would look.
But I
would-
know
yeah.
that you would look. I don't trust you
Yeah, that's
in that
okay.
way.
I would take a little peek.
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
No, you'd probably
100%.
try it on.
who wore it better. She posted the following day.
100%. That's what you do. I just don't trust you not to peek.
We once had someone wrote in on Ask Uncut and she walked in on her mother-in-law trying on her wedding dress. Her husband to be had let his mum
So
try on his soon-to-be wife's wedding dress. And Britt, that would be me. I'll do it.
Oh, that's for
I'd get
free
Matt
to
to watch
unpack.
the door.
That's so
Watch the door.
weird.
Don't let her in.
It's so
funny.
weird. And she, Matt, watch the door. Make sure Britt doesn't come.
So that is why I chose Keisha.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't take it personally. Also, it was a choice as friendship choice in terms of like you are also-
Hierarchy, I get it.
No.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
Fair.
And the wedding dress got there.
I made the right decision.
I'm not offended. I want everyone to know that doesn't affect. I would have looked and I would have tried.
yeah, you would have tried it
I've
on.
got to know where we're for. Do you know what the funniest thing about that is? That I feel as though we almost manifested your veil from your second wedding. You know how we just joked about the fact Laura would drive off with the wedding dress and it would float over Sydney Harbour?
And it
we then
did.
had your actual like legal ceremony on a boat and your veil.
Flew over Sydney Harbour.
That's karma. If you look at that objectively from afar, that's just the world of karma being like, Brittany, should have let Laura have a look.
I don't
Should have
think
let
that's
one of your best friends have a peek at your wedding dress.
I don't think that's it, but I do stand by it, especially because we had played a game, the three of us, where it was like, let's guess what Britt's going to wear. And you guys were so far off
I
that
think I was kind of close.
no.
I couldn't have been further.
No, I was kind of close. I just didn't get the cravat,
Careful with what you're
the
going to say.
loofah. I didn't get the loofah.
Excuse me? Do you mean my beautiful standout neck piece? I think is what you meant.
There was someone.
It wasn't a fucking loofah.
There was someone in the comments.
Okay, cock ring. Put your cock ring on as your jewelry.
Do you know what one of my favorite things from this year? You guys all know that on MAFS they do confessionals, and we decided in celebration of MAFS, we were like, we're going to bring it back. Let's do confessionals. We used to do it on the podcast all the time as a segment. It was like as frequent as Accidentally Unfiltered, and we did for one episode, and they were truly cooked. You're all cooked.
Yeah, there's actually 2 in this little flashback, but bear with me, you'll see why.
When my husband goes down on me, I think of his dad. I'm not even that attracted to his dad, but it always makes me come fast. You should
I think you are attracted to the dad.
you should never tell your husband that. That's not recoverable.
I'm calling bullshit. You don't think about someone's dad if you're not attracted to him. There's some
I just
daddy.
think about your dad. Tony, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
not.
listens to
I'm
this.
joking.
She saw an
Keisha.
opportunity. She took it.
You're never going to be able to meet Tony in the flesh.
She's picking him up for Dancing with the Stars in like a week. She's taking him to the concert.
Well, it's going to be a fun night for you after that, isn't it?
I said, sorry, Keisha, my mum's there as well. You're actually cooked.
Okay.
Okay. I am never going to get that image out of my head, Keisha. I caught my father-in-law on camera. Wow, another. Sorry, I didn't even plan that. I caught my father-in-law on camera sniffing and licking my sex toys. You should hear his reason.
She confronted him.
Then she did a ... and she didn't tell me. And I wrote back and I said, what's the reason? Let me
Sorry,
see if she's written back right
She
now.
caught her father-in-law sniffing and licking
Okay, this
her
is
vibrator. I am. Report it.
this is happening live. She's typing live. I've written back to her and said, "Oh my God, what is his reason? I need to know." It's the typing.
I feel sick.
I
I'm
remember
not
this well.
Same.
Guys, is the
anxiety.
anticipation killing you? It's been typing for a bit. I'm getting
Oh my
no
God, I
response.
actually want to cry.
Oh my
Her
God, are you?
Yeah.
Her
are, you're
saying like his reason, that means that she's confronted him about it and asked him why. Did she walk in on it? Like I'm so
She caught him on camera, so she's obviously confronted him and said, like, "Why were you licking my sex toys?" But what reason do you come from that?
I thought it was a lollipop.
Like, okay. Oh my God, this is happening live. We've got the sex toy message. I'm reading this for the first time. His reason for doing it.
No.
He knew that they were there, aka he admitted that he had gone through my wardrobe before. Like, this basket is high out of reach, out of sight of children or anyone for that matter. So he's known that they're there. Because he knew they were there, the curiosity just got the better of him. So he said that
No.
curiosity. He said that his reason was just he was curious as to what her sex toy smelled like. He just said that.
Oh.
It's honestly the most horrendous situation I've been put in. And I got told I had to forgive him because I was putting a rift in the family. She told the whole family. At dinner. So she got gaslighted.
She
into
got victim blamed.
She got dildo sniffing victim blamed by her stepdad.
That is the most messed up story. I don't
Imagine
know.
being told you just had to get over that. You just have to get over it because you're causing a problem in this family.
Not him breaking into your room
Yeah.
and sniffing your sex toys.
Like you could never sit around a Christmas dinner table again, could you?
Wow.
I'm never going to be the same person that I was before we did this. And this is maybe why we stopped doing this segment. I honestly never recovered from that. We put that on our socials.
No
and
one
that,
recovered.
That blew the absolute F up on social media.
Dude,
We don't
imagine if she didn't have a camera. Just like how would that still be going?
Yes, it would. He would be doing it more and more. It's like that when you check your partner's phone once and then you get a habit for it. That's what he's doing.
Well, moving from one of the most concerning parts of the year to something that I thought was a really heartwarming moment. And this one is especially important for anyone who's currently in the dating world and you're feeling as though you're just really wanting to meet your person and like it might not happen for you. This is Britt reflecting on, you know, being a little bit older before she met Ben and found like true love.
It is so amazing to be with someone finally in my life that I completely trust. And like, I mean, we're so far away. We see each other every couple of months. It is the perfect recipe for infidelity on both of our sides if we wanted to. And not once since the day I met him and since he met me as well, have either of us ever had an issue or questioned or even thought about it. There is not 1% of me that has to worry about one thing in my life with Ben at all. And it is such an amazing feeling to have like that partner in my life. So as much as we joke about it, it's like, fuck, it took me so long to find. And I do want to just like put that hope out there to people because I get this message all the time. I'm 37. I'm like, it's taken me a long time to meet my person. And there's always people messaging me saying like, oh, I'm in my 30s. I've just turned 30 and I'm never going to meet someone. I do just want to say, make sure you don't settle for something at any point of your life because age is just a number and it doesn't matter when you meet your person because this feeling for me, I would have waited another 10 years to have.
It's a really different thing when you go from being in relationships where the expectation is that cheating is not normal and accepted, but that it happens and it's something that you should just almost get over if it does happen. Like,
or that you have to worry about. Like it's normal to want to check their phone. Like,
yeah, and I completely can empathize with that feeling, Britt. And I'm like, it makes me so happy that you are in that place because I think anyone who looks from an outset, or not anyone, that's not fair assessment, but a lot of people would be like, professional sports person, lives in another country. Like, how do you have trust? And I think that is a real reflection on the relationships that they have had because that would have been my impression prior to being with someone like Matt. I used to think that cheating was an inevitable part of every relationship, that whether you thought it or didn't think it or you knew about it or you didn't know about it, it would happen. And you know, it's just how you navigate it when it does happen. I thought it was a given.
It is something that I do want to reiterate now. It's so nice to hear that back. Sometimes it's hard to hear that back, but going into 2026 now, I know there are going to be so many people that still have that feeling. And I know because I get messages about it all the time that people that might have found themselves newly single again in their 30s or late 30s or 40s, people that have said they've never really dated, they've never had a serious relationship. It's hard because you can't say that like it will happen, hold on, because we don't know, right? But I think it's so important to not give up on it and to not stop looking for it and to not settle. Like I'll always stand by that. Know what you want and what you deserve, and don't get to the point where you're like, oh, I guess I'll just settle for this because I want to feel wanted more than I want to feel respected.
Yeah, and that's wow. Put that on your bingo card. Make
That was
that
good,
into a
wasn't it?
bumper
I
sticker.
didn't even pre-plan that.
I
That
want to
was
be
all-
wanted more than I want to be respected. But it's true though,
It was
because
organic.
there is, and I think that is like, and has been such a take home for me in my relationships, and also just listening back to that conversation, expecting or thinking that cheating is something that just happens in relationships. I think when it's happened to you many times, or you have been in relationships where you've been subjected to it, you become almost a bit desensitized to it.
Or even just like a lack of respect. You know, maybe not as far as cheating in every relationship, but just feeling as though you're not respected by your partner can become a little bit of a something that you go, well, maybe I have unrealistic expectations of what it's supposed to feel like.
Yeah.
I think it would be reassuring for anyone who is currently in the ringer of what dating can be like.
Well, thank you for including that, Keisha. I didn't know you were including that one, but it's always nice to look back. This podcast is like a big sad diary, but something that wasn't sad.
We have no secrets.
Something that wasn't sad and was a really beautiful, heartwarming moment of 2025 was when Laura let us know that she was pregnant with who we now know as Poppy, Popsicle, Popster.
Poopy Poppy,
Popsy-
Sloppy
Pop-
Poppy.
Sloppy Poppy, Floppy Poppy.
Who we
Poppy.
now fondly call Sloppy Poppy.
But that moment of discovery was really beautiful. You definitely kept it a secret longer than you probably have in the past. Usually I know
The
like,
moment of discovery.
Sorry. The moment of discovery. Usually I know, like when you call me after you conceived, usually it was like, hey, I think I felt pregnant 10 minutes ago. But you had to keep it a secret a bit longer this year because Matt was off comms in the jungle.
Well, it wasn't even that. I also was just frightened about how you were going to react. You're like, you've got enough kids. Fuck off.
Bit of A, bit of B, wasn't it? Let's hear it. All right. Let's put this to bed. I, in fact, can confirm I am not secretly married.
Not yet.
No.
I can confirm that Britt and I are not entering a romantic relationship.
I can also confirm that.
And the dummy fairy did come and it hasn't worked out as well as I thought it would. So like that's also not the big news.
All right, let's put everyone out of their misery.
But the big news is, so you guys know that Matt and I have been talking a lot about whether or not we were going to have baby number 3.
Just say it.
And it turns out that we're having baby number 3.
No, my thing's not working. Yeah! Oh my God, it didn't work.
Your confetti popper.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
We have giant bottles full of babies. I'm pregnant, guys. I am very insane. And it turns out that for a very short period, Matt and I got on the same page about whether we wanted. Oh my God.
It's like you miss well. We've put a sash on you
It says mama to be.
for the third time.
For the third time.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, so.
I can't believe no one guessed that. No one speculated that.
Well, I think
Hold your bottle.
I think people do consider whether or not you're insane enough to have a third child. Like the reaction to number 3 is not the same to number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2, people are thrilled. Number 3, people are confused. And that seems to be the overwhelming reaction from everyone.
No, what's going to shock people the most is probably not that you're pregnant, but now tell people how far along you are.
So I'm 18 weeks pregnant, everybody.
So far.
Even Matt, we were talking about it, and even he was shocked because he thought it was 13 weeks. But yeah.
Like you're nearly 5 months.
Yeah, I've been keeping a little secret for quite some time.
You've actually done really well, but I think I haven't been able to tell. It just looks like you've had a big pasta until probably like the last 2 to 3 weeks you've really popped.
How did you and Matt kind of come to the decision to have the third? How did you tell him?
So Matt and I were not on the same page. He went through a period where he wanted to have a third. Then he decided he didn't want to have a third anymore. And then it was like when he made the decision he didn't want to, I changed my mind and I wanted to. And so we kind of did. So toxic. It was like when he took it away from me, I wanted it back.
Yeah, it's giving back into the bachelor days.
And then we did this dance for a while where like I wanted it, he didn't. Then he wanted it, then I didn't. And I kind of put it down to any time I was ovulating. I was like, baby. And then I would not be ovulating. I'd be like, that's a terrible idea. Anyway, there was a very small window where we were both on the same page.
Yeah, and what window was that? It didn't help.
It was Christmas time. But the thing that's even funnier is I've actually known for a really long time. I found out very early on with this pregnancy because one of my friends had made a comment that made me think, oh, maybe I'll just do a pregnancy test. So you guys all know that Matt went and he was in the jungle and he was doing I'm a Celebrity. So he had just left and it was 2 days after his phone had been taken away from him and he was non-contactable. And I went and bought a 4-pack of pregnancy tests. And I went home and my sister-in-law, Kate, and my mother-in-law were downstairs taking care of the kids. We were going to have dinner together. And I just so casually and so confidently that I wasn't pregnant, walked up to the bathroom, peed on a stick like there was no consequences to my actions. And then I sat there and I was like doing something. And then I looked at the stick and I was like, fuck off. Is that a line?
Fuck off.
And I walked downstairs and I just said to Kate and to Ellie, I was like, can I just get your eyes on something? Do you think that this is a double line?
And they said, fuck off. And they were like, yeah.
And they both were a bit beside themselves. And then we just had to have dinner that night. Like everything was normal.
Just the
And
gals.
Just the gals. And then I wasn't able to tell Matt. To be fair, when I look back on it and I think about when Matt and I got on the same page about having a baby, I'm positive for him, it purely came down to him wanting to like finish inside me. Too much information, but it's true. I don't think he actually was thinking third child. I think he was just thinking to the foreseeable finish line.
He got over the pull-out method.
Yeah, he really did. He was, and also it's the same thing when you can't have, when it's that thing you can't have. He was like, oh, let's just do it. Okay, let's have a third baby. Now he's like, I will never, ever ejaculate in you again until I get a vasectomy.
You know what was the funniest part in that? And you guys probably, if you're hearing that for the first time, that was funny. Also, are we allowed to laugh at ourselves? It's concerning how much I'm laughing at ourselves in this episode.
It's
No,
great.
the moment in that you guys can't tell what was happening is when we went to celebrate. Everyone got poppers that exploded and my poppers wouldn't open. Like, you know, like they were just dead. And I was like, that's how I feel inside.
Yes.
That is it. That's indicative. No, I'm joking. I was joking.
And then Keisha organised these massive plastic bottles that were filled with tiny plastic babies.
That also
like
don't
maracas.
I'm not great to be in charge of props. I went to Spotlight and I just went a little bit tap happy with the car.
No, it just doesn't translate well for an audio medium.
I thought it was great.
All right.
I thought it was great.
What would you have done?
Well done, Keisha. I loved it.
Okay, let's go to the next part, which is the gender reveal moment that we were all also a part of.
We have 2 little girls already. They're
Shout out to
incredible.
Marley and Lola.
Marley and Lola, 5 and 4. And we never found out the gender of our babies before the delivery day. Yeah, it was always that moment of like, it's a girl, as they're kind of put on your chest, which I love. And I find that so deeply special. And I didn't want to find out the gender. However, being that this is baby number 3, Matt was like, just give me something.
I don't understand why people want to lump in all those surprises on the one day. Why not spread them out, right?
What do you guys want either way? Like if you had to, I know it's the old, like we just want a healthy baby, of course, but you get to pick what you want hypothetically in this situation. What do you have?
I mean, we really, really do just want a healthy baby. That's
of
like
course,
number 1.
Of course.
I'd like an athlete.
Okay, tennis or golf?
yeah.
Football?
Healthy is good, but I want it to be like a genetic freak of an athlete.
Okay.
I want it to win gold medals.
Do you want it to be a boy or a girl?
I would like, look, I would be happy with the girl. Just going to say that because I love being a girl dad. But at the same time, growing up, I always envisioned being a dad with a son.
Yeah.
And I think that's just like instinctive. You kind of,
Yeah.
I think all parents do that. They imagine their child being the same sex as themselves.
So you can go and do those like father-son things. That's how you imagined.
Yeah,
Obviously, you
like
can
with-
do it with daughters.
with-
But you do that, all those things that you think you might want to do if you had a boy. You already do them with Marley. Like you've
Marley
never.
and Lola hate going to the footy. I'm like, who wants to go watch the Roosters? And they're like, Daddy, no.
That's
Paint my
a
nails,
lie.
Dad.
Marley loves doing those things with you. She is such a hype girl at the football for you because she knows it's something that you're excited about.
Yeah.
But also like you're very good at being a girl dad. Like you have no reservations getting your nails painted on a Saturday or taking them out for baby chinos and doing like tea parties and stuff. Like you really slot into girl dad life in an incredible way.
I love it. I love it. But I just think it would be great to experience being a dad to a son.
Yeah.
Just because
Change of scenery.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
so we've got Matt answer locked in. He would happy either way, but prefer to add a male to the already 3 female scenario. Laura, how are you feeling?
You know what? If you'd asked me before having Marley and Lola, I always thought that I would be a mum to boys. But now that I have 2 girls, I deeply love being a mum to girls. I think that everyone thinks that if you go for number 3 when you already have 2 kids, that the expectation is because you want it to be a different gender. And that is not for me the case at all.
Maybe it's twins.
I think you'd know by now.
Absolutely not twins.
Is it not twins? Okay, maybe it's not.
No, there's only one cake in the room, to be clear.
You came to the ultrasound. You know it's not twins.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, we've got the cake. Laura has picked up the knife.
I am cutting the cake.
Okay,
I'm not going to look
Okay.
so that we can all see at the same time.
Don't look at
I'm
the knife.
making a little triangle slice.
All right, pull it out.
Oh, I can feel
Both
the
hands.
size.
Both hands.
I've got my hand on top of the slice.
Okay, what is
And
it?
I'm pulling it out, and it's it's a girl. Oh my God, you're having a third little girl. Congratulations.
Oh my.
There's a lot of
Gosh.
estrogen in our household.
Matt, can we zoom in on Matt? How you feel?
When I look at young boys and I look how turbo they are, there is a
Oh,
big,
now he's changed.
there is a big part of me that goes, I stuff that. I don't want to be involved. No, I'm thrilled. I love being a girl dad. Obviously, that's matched with a feeling of the fact that I'm never going to have a son.
Oh, no,
Which-
you watch now. You're going to go for round 4.
We're not, I
You
can't.
watch.
Guys, I'm tapping out. I'm almost 40. I'm not having number 4.
I haven't started and I'm almost 40. That's how I still feel. You're like, I'm too old for this.
It's
And I'm like,
different
cool,
when
I'm
you started
beginning.
6 years ago, though. Like, I'm tapping out because I'm almost 40 because I've done 6 or 7 years of it now. Do you know
You
what I mean?
watch me-
It's a different thing.
You watch me turn up one day with a kid.
You'll be 42 and
No, just turn up, not pregnant.
You-
Just
I
I had
know,
a surrogate
that's what-
overseas.
yeah,
And I was like, hey, I did a thing. I didn't do it. I have
It's
5
like-
kids.
You know how everyone did that, like, don't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then they're like, I did it. And all of them do it about cutting their hair. It's going to be you, but with a baby.
With like twins. Surprise.
Do you know what, though? Like, and I know Matt was like quite positive in that at the end. Like, it took him a little while to get his head around the fact that he wasn't going to have a boy. Me, on the other hand, I am thrilled with 3 girls, and he is now, obviously. But I do think that like having this instantaneous slight disappointment is something that is very real. And I know
Yeah.
it took Matt like a little bit of emotional like whiplash to kind of come to the terms that he was never going to have a boy. So that was, I don't know, part of me was worried about us sharing that and him getting and copping a bit of wrath. But I also know how common it is. So I think for anyone who's ever experienced that, it's quite validating.
Yeah. Well, speaking of age, it might be 2025, but in this segment, we actually flash back to our glory days. This was
In the club. What were we doing in the club?
We were wearing apple bottom jeans.
this is Gen Z could never.
We have a lot of regrets. We don't remember everything that happened, but I feel like anyone who is a millennial who lived this life, who is similar age to us, will deeply, deeply relate. Have a listen to this.
Hi, this message is for Gen Z. Stop being mean to millennials, because guess what? You could never. I would love to take a Gen Z in their prime right now to a club in 2010, and you would literally probably die. Let's start with the pregame. You guys don't even know what a pregame is. You're getting ready. It's probably 9, 10 o'clock. You start playing music. Lil Jon's going all through the house. People are running around. You're taking shots. What are you wearing? Not sneakers. Ugh. You wouldn't be caught dead in a pair of tennis shoes at the club. No, baby. You have your 6-inch, $10 Charlotte Russe heels that are going to destroy your feet. You're going to be bleeding. You're going to have blisters, but you're going to wear them the whole night because they make your legs look good. And we're not wearing baggy jeans and tank tops. No, we are wearing tubie dresses. They start here. They end just at your and that's it. That's what you got.
What were we all doing? So we were talking about it earlier and we were like, what are some of the things that you like have visceral memories of doing? And that was completely normal at the time. My number one was you'd go out with your group of friends, you'd get your handbags, you'd put them in like either on a couch, like next to where you're dancing, or in a pile on the floor and put a jacket over it and dance around.
You had to
or
make
next,
a circle.
Or next to your protected little pocket of bags. And then every so often you'd run back to check and make sure that everything's still in your bag and no one had robbed you.
It would, no, you could never disperse the group. Someone always had to stay with the bags.
Oh, no.
No, we left ours.
No,
Oh,
we
we
left
would
it.
not.
But
we
the
would never.
jacket prevented
Yeah.
it.
We left a mound of. I would go and buy a bottle of Bombora, which is like kind of like bad, cheap coconut Malibu, a cask of fruity elixir, and mix the two together. What was wrong with me?
When your alcohol comes from the bladder, you're in a bad place.
I can't think about that without, I could vomit at the thought.
I've got one more for you, Britt. wet pussy shots.
No,
Oh, they're good.
No, Smirnoff Double Black. It's
They
double
were
bank
marketed to children, okay? They should be illegal.
What about doing laps? So like you
Cuddle
dance
up.
for
You'd
a
say
while.
cuddle up.
Then you
Go
had
see
to
who's hot.
you had to do a lap around the club just to check out who you might want to hook up with that night, and then you go back dance with your friends for a while. Then you might pick one friend, do another lap.
You would leave smelling of smoke, cigarette burns. Like everyone was smoking inside the clubs back then. It wasn't banned yet.
Yeah,
The kids now, they don't get it. They don't get what we had to go through to get macked on.
But the heels that we used to wear were insane. Did you guys have those Jeffrey Campbell lace-up boots?
I didn't
Oh,
have
yeah.
anything with a name.
That had the wood at the back. I had them in like 3 different colours and I would just alternate them with my bodycon dress.
The fact that you would go out for one night, it wasn't an event, it wasn't someone's birthday. It was just like, let's go out. You would upload an entire Facebook album of 150 photos from that night and you'd call it Saturday Night, Best Night Ever. That was the album name. And you would just flood it with blurry, drunk, nothing photos.
And everyone smelt like Britney Spears Fantasy or Midnight Fantasy.
Or
if you
Lynx
wanted to be a
Africa.
bit different.
Also, St. Ives apricot scrub. That was our entire skincare ritual. We just exfoliated our skin barrier until it did not exist.
I
Or
don't
put
even think I
Proactive
did
on
that.
it. Did you guys have the
Proactive.
Proactive
No, I actually had
subscription?
great skin.
The last thing I want to add is that hair straighteners didn't exist at this point, and I would get out an ironing board, flip my hair upside down, and iron my hair to go out to the nightclub. That is ground zero of where hair straighteners came from. That's what we lived through. So the little Gen Zs could have a nice GHD or a bloody cloud.
One of the other biggest parts of our year were Britt's weddings. We all secretly flew over to Bali and everything went almost perfectly, except for the fireworks, except for the German vows, except for her beautiful Instagram cake,
And
except for
the
pants,
cake,
except
Ben's
for the ring.
pants, the photographer cancelling. But besides that, perfect. We had some incredible fireworks. So at the end,
Hazardous, but incredible.
First
Guys, the fireworks were so impressive.
They were 4D.
We were,
You felt them.
we were so close. Like, I think that like in Australia there must be restrictions on how close you can
100%
be
illegal.
to fireworks. In Bali, those restrictions do not count. And it was like the first 2 went off, and I got hit by fucking shrapnel on the arm, and then I retreated to the back because I was like, this feels deeply unsafe.
So we did this, like, it was pretty amazing. We'd organised the fireworks to go off at the same time as we dipped on the first dance. So like we did the dip, the fireworks went off and they were incredible. It felt like New Year's Eve at Sydney. So we're watching it, we're like, wow, we're looking up at the sky, cuddling, we're like,
Ducking.
whoa, beautiful. Ow, ow, because like the shrapnel's burning you as a fool. We have to talk about the wedding cake. You can't even, can you even call it a wedding cake?
So-
I don't know if you can explain it properly without
I
seeing it.
I will happily.
Yeah, please.
So
Help us out.
I kid you not, this cake looked identical to a 4-stack pizza. It looked like someone had gotten 4 humongous Supreme pizzas and
so
layered them on top
It
of
was-
each other. It was covered in blueberries, which looked like olives, and then little cut up strawberries, but they looked like cherry tomatoes.
It was not what we've ordered at all.
I need to get some photos.
We will.
Of
We
what
do.
you ordered online versus what you
like
got. Like
Getting a cake on Temu.
it was like we went to a French patisserie is what we ordered, and it was Temu, and then we tried to cut it. It was so
Couldn't cut
burnt, it went
He couldn't cut it.
and just crumbled everywhere. And I literally said, "Stop filming." I said, "Stop it." I said, "Take it away. No photos. Nothing to see here."
Nothing.
Another surprise that I had for Ben, and I don't know if this is a highlight or a low light for you, Ben.
It's a highlight. It's a highlight.
I
It could have been a low light, but it's a highlight.
for like the last 6 months, I've been learning German, and it is so hard. And I learnt my vows in German so that I could surprise Ben at the end of the aisle. And it was definitely, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be comedy, but Ben found it very funny.
How did she go in terms? I mean, to us who don't speak German, like, I mean, it sounded slightly butchered, but like fine, passable. Was it good?
It was actually flawless. It was perfect. And we had a couple from Germany, and they were like, we understood everything. And the difference between High German and Swiss German is quite big. So she did it in High German because
Yeah.
Swiss German is impossible to learn. And I understood everything. It was brilliant. And then after, she showed me her trial
Practices.
runs. And it was hilarious. I have never laughed so much in my life. It was brilliant.
Unendlich Tunterfisch. That was my last sentence of German is
So romantic.
So
Ich lieb-
tintenfish
ich liebe dich.
is squid or octopus, right?
Dented fish.
So
Yeah.
tinte is ink. So his
Right.
it translates
Inkfish.
inkfish. But titte is tit. So she said in one of the practice runs, she said, I love you, titfish.
It's actually
I love your. I'm so glad you had two of them. I love your weddings.
And they were both equally as cooked and funny. Like something, it was very like Life Uncut coded. But listening back to that gives me so much joy because all of you guys that know me so well, that laugh that I released in those is the most pure, deep.
It's me at my core.
No, but it's the most.
If you can't have me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
She senses the kookaburra now because of all the commentary.
That laugh, I just know that laugh for me is like, it is pure joy and happiness. And when I listen back to that, I just love every moment
That
of it.
laugh is when Britt goes full National Geographic. That's what that is.
Yeah. Well, speaking of unfiltered, this year the roast of Tom Brady was one of the most streamed things on Netflix. But it wasn't the only place that you could hear a roast.
Oh, we all know. Oh, we all know the roast. Brittany, I've changed my shoes because of you. I don't even wear them anymore.
I'm not apologizing.
You should.
This moment was actually we weren't necessarily filming the podcast, and we ended up putting it into the podcast because it was so fucking funny.
It also wasn't supposed to be a roast. It was a comment between friends off camera.
Unsolicited.
Your shoes just remind me of little elf shoes. I can't take you seriously.
They're the only thing comfortable that I can wear.
My feet fits me right now.
My feet are so swollen that like my normal shoes don't fit. They feel too tight.
It is
so I
the
wear
only
these
thing you've
every
ever
day.
worn for like the last 3 years.
No, just since pregnancy. I know my pregnancy feels like it's been going for 3 years, but it's literally just since pregnancy.
I like them.
Thanks, Kish. I get a lot of comments on them, not from you, Brittany. Go fuck yourself.
I don't particularly like them. But that's okay.
How do you feel about my Birkenstock?
We've got No, I like those.
I get so
That
many
surprises
compliments
me.
on these shoes, and Lola calls them my fancy shoes.
Do you reckon?
And they're not
Do you
just from
reckon
my
they're
child.
genuine?
I'm
joking. I'm joking. Am I?
Lola, who accessorizes like a queen.
Lola knows more than you do, Britt.
Lola wears undies on her head.
Please cut Brittany shitting on my shoes and send that to me.
No, I love them. Does anyone have sunnies? I need to put some sunnies on because I'm getting shone in that
I
eye.
like them.
They suit you.
Oh, shut
They
up.
suit you.
That is a backhanded compliment.
Hang on. I am not going to be ashamed for saying something is not my style.
I don't like what you're wearing, but they suit you.
No.
It's pretty rough.
No, I didn't say I don't like what you're wearing. Are those shoes for me? No, but you know that. You know that.
I
You would-
didn't, but
Yes,
now
you
I
did.
do.
You did. You know that they're not my type. Look what I'm wearing.
That's okay.
They're
Dig
not
up.
my type.
Dig out of the hole.
And it's not a hole.
Bring
I'm not
it-
offended. And
I am.
you, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're wearing sparkly shoes with Adidas pants. It's not for me. It's okay. And my clothes aren't for you. Keisha's trying something new today too. I love us all equally.
You tell me I look like a farm girl. What do I look like today?
can't.
I do look a bit like a weird art teacher.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, today's art teacher, but it's
Sorry,
cute.
I don't know what's happened, but we've all lost the plot.
Today's cute. Fucking hell, let's get back on track.
You did nothing wrong. You're just sitting there.
Decisions were made this morning when I got dressed.
Where my bed?
Did you actually open your legs? Did you eat?
Why don't you offend Ness as well?
I love Ness.
Oh, God.
Ness
Ness, you're wearing khaki.
Ness can do no wrong.
Wow.
Ness is my favourite. No, I'm joking. But it's okay. Do you know what? There's a lesson to be learned here. It's okay to not like the same things as your friends. No, I'm not
Please.
stopping.
Keisha's trying something.
It is. That's not offensive. Do you know what? I know what's going to happen. I just said, hey, I don't like your shoes. They're not for me. Now I'm going to get attacked for people saying that I'm bullying Laura.
Oh, my God. Bully all away. That was the best moment of my life. I couldn't breathe and I wet
Also-
my pants.
Also, that got so taken out of context. I didn't even say I didn't like them. I just said cute little elf shoes.
No, you didn't say cute. You didn't say cute.
You also
Stop
told
trying
me
to
I
add
was-
words.
You also told me I was trying something new.
You were. Sometimes we try things that
you know
don't
what?
work.
Both of those items that I had on, I have donated. Okay.
Sometimes we try things and they don't work.
But that's how you got to figure out what works. It's why you date. It's why you date the rubbish pile so that you can get the diamond.
It's also why you need really honest friends who will give it, even if you don't ask for their feedback, they will give it to you.
Brittany's one of those people.
So we all are.
We all laugh
dear.
together. Now, often we are not the first ones to adopt a trend, but one of the biggest trends of 2025, and it did feel quite in line with who we were, was unfortunately, I do love.
There's a new trend that has taken. No, I'm going to start that again.
It has taken the world by storm.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yes, you
I was going to say that's taken over TikTok.
Which we do Hey, there's a trend that's going off on TikTok.
No, there is. Okay, there is a trend that has taken off on TikTok in the last couple of weeks. It's also found its way to Instagram, hence why I've now discovered it since I'm barely on TikTok. And it's called, Unfortunately, I Do Love. It's basically where women or girls will write, Unfortunately, I do love, and then they have a list of all the things that, like, if they were cool girls or pick me girls, they shouldn't actually love. But it's like admitting to all the stuff that maybe we're not supposed to like that much. But you know what? Fuck it. Lean into your girlhood.
I don't know if I wrote the list correctly. I did start with, unfortunately, I do love younger men.
It's great.
That's great.
No, that's great. That is great. I love that.
Yes. Kate Hudson shared a video and hers said, unfortunately, I do love ignoring my texts, getting wine drunk, a microphone, a girl's trip, not wearing pants, online shopping, misplacing my phone, dancing in public, and a filthy martini.
I do love all those things as well. I read that and I was like, Kate Hudson sounds like a girl I want to be friends with.
100%.
Brittany, what was your list?
Okay, tell me if I don't understand it. But unfortunately, I do love younger men. Packing so many clothes for a trip, but no actual outfits to wear and wearing the same thing every day. Cancelled plans. Saying that I can't make it because my friend needs me, but my friend is my dog. Couch rotting for hours and watching a full series. Ignoring all messages and emails. Eating cereal for dinner. Fancy overpriced iced strawberry matcha. That my dog is one of my best friends.
I love it. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed the assignment.
There were other things, but I dropped them. I think they were the main ones.
But my vibrator.
Unfortunately, I do love saging masturbating with a sage stick. No.
What was on your list, Loz?
Okay, unfortunately, I do love doom scrolling, complaining about pregnancy, but also being pregnant, having my phone on Do Not Disturb even when I'm not actually working, saying I'm going to the gym early but then sleeping in, margaritas, unpacking my friends' relationship dramas, elasticized waistbands on pants, buying books with actually having zero intention of ever reading them, buying skincare products, using them religiously for a week and then never using them again. Only shaving my ankles and slick back buns.
Why do you shave your ankles?
Because that's
the
all
only
you
part
see.
that you see.
Fucking.
Because you haven't seen my knees in weeks. So who cares?
That's so funny.
My list says, unfortunately, I do love sending voice notes, but then rolling my eyes when I receive one that's over a minute.
Yeah.
Stimulants for breakfast, coffee and dexamphetamines.
I mean, we shouldn't be promoting that, but only if you're diagnosed.
Reading a message in the display on my phone, but then not replying to it for hours. Watching the same 2 shows over and over. Making up a voice for my dog. Staying friends with my exes. Putting salt on everything. My clip-in fringe. Having 423 group chats. And losing my phone.
The staying friends with the exes one, that's a standout for you.
It really is, Keisha. That is part of that's your whole personality. He's a really nice guy, but we should be friends.
Well, I did add in, I didn't read it, but I did have trying every single skincare product and treatment possible, like on the market. If there is something out there, I have done it. Like the salmon sperm, I have so much sperm in my face, it's wild. And it's not my husband's.
She could bring on labour.
It's not my husband's.
I could sit on your face. There's at least a litre in there.
Please don't. Do not. Please
It would bring on labour.
I can't even imagine that. Get that visual out of my head.
Can I just say, I hope that we are exactly the same people going into 2026. I don't think we should improve at all. Let's be exactly that in the future.
I listen back to this. It's very easy for us to smash out our content and I forget what we say. Sometimes I listen back and I'm like, we are loose cannons.
We are. And I want you to know that that's the edited version.
I know.
That's what we chose to keep in because
it was
our editing process, it goes through multiple points. Like Keisha edits
Believe it or not.
Keisha edits, she does a listen through, and then I do another edit. Like often I cut another 8 minutes of audio out of an episode.
Yeah,
and
we get it. We're loose.
Often I'm like, that's just not going into the ether. But here we are. Anyway, something that I really don't know why I put it out there in the ether, but I did. And I am really glad that this body part of mine went back to normal and will hopefully remain normal in 2026. This was me talking about my my labia for something different because I never talk about it. I'm like 3 weeks out now, guys. Everything's swollen. My tongue, I have so many ulcers in my mouth that everything hurts.
Tongue and lips swollen.
Yeah.
Lips between the hips.
Are my
Lips between the hips.
The lips between the hips are.
How swollen are they?
I haven't talked about my swollen vagina this pregnancy.
Let's
I don't
unpack
think.
it.
Have I? I've forgotten.
No, that was last pregnancy.
Always keen to hear.
Actually, I watched this really funny reel from Jamie Lang's podcast. I think it's called Almost Parents or Barely Parents or something like that. And she's pregnant and they're following their pregnancy together, right? And some of the stuff that they're sharing is just, you know, you guys don't want to hear every single week about where I'm at with my pregnancy. So I listen to other people's content about it. And today there was a woman on there who was talking about she was like, my vagina looks like a Smurf, like an avatar, because the more kids you have, the more pressure that there is, and you just, everything goes blue.
I'm like, is the circulation cut off? Are you also sporting a Smurf?
Yeah, I'm an avatar from the.
Are you smurfing?
Well, I just have varicose veins now, which I never had.
In the
I have
labia?
a varicose vein in my vagina.
Really?
Yeah, like right through.
Just pulsating.
Which I wouldn't have shared, but now I feel liberated because someone else did it first.
because your social crush shared it.
Paved the way. She walked so you could run.
Someone had to be the pioneer of this space, and now I just want to run on her coattails.
That was very funny. If you're going to run on anyone's coattails, it's the labia coattails.
And do you know what? I do want everyone to know, and this is one of the magnificent, magical things about pregnancy, is that stuff goes back. Like, I'm always shocked. I'm shocked by like how
Show
normal.
us, prove it.
Photo or it didn't
Hey
happen.
guys, watch on YouTube.
Hey, you know what? You were dirty at me, Laura, for not choosing you as a friend to carry my wedding dress internationally. I was dirty at you for not letting me do something that I thought a best friend would show up for each other and do.
2 weeks. I told you we're doing the countdown, guys. I went and saw my obstetrician yesterday and I was like, get this baby out of me. And he said, I can't do that yet.
He said, no. I actually pushed Laura. I said, can you go and see how many days early it can come so I can be there and
because
birth the child?
Britt's leaving. No, so I walked into my obstetrician, and now that the baby's posterior and also just has gotten bigger and it's dropped down, I'm so uncomfortable in my hips and in my pelvis. And so I wake up in the morning and I feel as though there's just like so much laxicity in my hips that there's nothing holding them together. And so I'm like waddling and it hurts. And if I sit for too long, I get really stiff. Anyway, I'm just in a lot of pain now.
It's only the last couple of days that I've like, oh, she's hit the point. Like, you're walking differently and you're in pain. Like, you're moaning a lot when you get up and you can't get comfortable.
You're actually whinging a lot.
I am.
So you won't shut the fuck up about your cabbage. No, but I've only just noticed it.
I am, and I am in pain. Like I'm really, really uncomfortable now. So like sitting and like working and, you know, just doing everything is harder. It's just being alive is really hard. And then today I woke up and I walked from the bed to the bathroom and I was like, fuck, why is the sole of my foot hurting now? Nothing's happened. I just went to bed. The sole of my foot is hurting. I think it's just the extra weight. Anyway, so I went in, I asked if I could be induced. He said no, but he was like, next week I'll give you a stretch and sweep. So Monday I'm having a stretch and sweep.
Oh man, what's my job?
Well,
Why does a professional get to do it?
but you're so weird. But I've had them so many times before and they've never done anything, right? So
what actually is it? I joke about wanting to do it. I just need to finger you. I don't actually know what it means.
you get fingered. Basically, your obstetrician sticks a couple fingers in and he like sweeps the membranes of your uterus.
So he's like trying to break the membrane?
No, not break them. It's like it stimulates them. So it's quite deep. So basically you have to have an open cervix already. It has to be like a centimeter, I think. Okay, if this is wrong and not the correct medical
We're not
advice.
doctors.
I'm not a doctor. Disclaimer is here.
Allegedly.
But they stick some fingers in you and they go in as deep as they can and they sweep the membranes to try and stimulate
With
birth.
just their fingers or like a sweeper? Like a
No, just
duster?
fingers. Just fingers. Yeah.
As Britt's doing that, she's like got her fingers up saying that she wants to do it. Her nails are
I'd
like...
cut them. I told her I'd cut my nails. I'll do anything to do it. I'll do anything to birth Laura's child.
I'll do anything to birth
I
your child.
volunteer tribute.
I do want to say, I mean, I know you guys already know this, but my true highlight of 2026 is that I did birth my child to, like I said, the best playlist that has ever existed. It wasn't the playlist necessarily that was the highlight. It was the birthing of the child. But having Poppy and giving birth to her was one of the most joyful experiences. Like I laughed her out. I completely laughed her out. And this for me is one of like my really big memories and moments from 2025. When people told me or have told me in the past that they've had like a really positive birth experience that they've felt happy from and they've felt joyful after, I was like, you're
like a liar.
Yes.
You're like,
yes.
bullshit.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's no. I was like, motherhood is great, but that's a lie.
Yeah.
Because birthing sucks. And then I experienced it this time and I was like, okay. Like I literally laughed this baby out. Like between contractions, we were all in the room hysterically laughing, which to me just goes against every version of what I thought birthing could be.
That might have been the
really
gas.
It might have been the playlist.
It was the fucking playlist, guys. Okay, let's
Push
talk about
it real good.
Let's talk about the playlist for a second. So I wanted to listen to this whilst I was having like in labor. I wanted it to feel like a party. There were a couple of questionable ones in there. Whoever put Poo Poo Bum Bum in there really has some explaining to do. Poo Poo Bum Bum. It's like, yeah, it's like a kid's song.
My kid can't come out to Poo Poo Bum Bum.
But it was the best playlist. It was none of this calming birth stuff. It just honestly from the second we got in the room, it felt like a party. Felt like a party.
You know what I wish I put on there but I forgot? Eminem, Lose Yourself. You better lose
It was
yourself.
on there.
Oh, was it?
It was on there.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it was on there. Also, someone put Informer. Do you remember?
Informer.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And Nicky Boom Boom Bell. So good.
The word that no one knows any
Can I-
words except boom.
I know it, so I'm going to sing it for you. I was hanging at the cool with my tippy girl. Police not my cool. They got my pal. Lock me up so I can't do a thing. Pick up the horn on the telephone ring. I like sat in there and I just had this moment of childhood nostalgia and I was so filled with fucking joy. And then I was rapping the whole thing and Matt was... Even he was like, who is this person? And also my sister knows the whole thing. So her and I were just having this real bonding moment. And the midwife walked in and thought we were insane. She was like, oh, I like this room, but I'm a bit scared.
She's like, has Alicia also been on the gas? Are you guys sharing the gas?
There was no gas. So yes, it was a lit playlist. However, she was crowning. She was like out. Like her head was 3/4 of the way out. And then I became very cognizant of the song that was playing. And I was like, change the fucking song. I refuse to give birth to Vanga boys. I am not pulling this child out of me to the Vanga boys. Yes. And everybody's jumping. So whoever put that on the playlist, it was great, but it wasn't the crowning moment.
Matt's like, I'm in the middle of my interpretive dance. I can't change it.
The obstetrician was like, push. And I was like, I will not give birth to Vanga boys.
Laura sucks it back up. She's like,
And Matt runs over mid-contraction and he's trying to and he's like, what song? I was like, I don't fucking care. Just put the start of the playlist back on. So he put it back to the very start. And the very start, Keisha, is I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Got to let it
I'm
show.
so honoured. I'm going to remember that forever. I'm
is
going
a
to tell
great
Poppy
vibe.
that at her 21st.
Yeah, so I pulled her out of me and put her on my chest to I'm coming out.
it would have been better actually to have the Lion King. No. I still swear by that. I would have liked to have seen that. I might do that when I have a baby.
You should. I'll put that on your playlist. Honestly, like that was such a moment. Even thinking about it now, I'm coming out. Banger.
I want the world. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take
What's
that
going to be,
place
wait, this is what we need to think about. Maybe we should throw it out to you guys. What's going to be like the theme song of 2026? 2026
on.
needs
You can't spring
a
that on us
theme.
now. We need to sit on that for a bit.
I agree. We open it up to the Brains Trust. I also think it's kind of like a mid-year vibe is when you decide once you know if it's a bin fire or a success.
Yeah, don't blow your load. It's week 1.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
No
Sorry.
more loads, no more pregnancies. I think just to wrap up the year in review, we had so many pinch me moments, but this one was one of the most recent, and it was one of the biggest interviews I would say we have done because it was somebody that everybody knows, a huge part of our upbringing, and that is the Spice Girls.
I honestly, firstly, dirty that I wasn't once again not on this episode because it fell within maternity leave, but I also cannot believe like the thought of telling your little self. I remember being like 11 or 12 or however old I was and being at school and we'd all picked a Spice Girl and I think I wanted to be Baby Spice at the time and like no one wanted to be Ginger Spice, but everyone got someone. And then you would do concerts and it was like such a formative part of our adolescence was knowing the Spice Girls, was being obsessed with them and being entrenched in that culture.
I was Sporty Spice for sure, which is why I felt like, look, I manifested it from 10 years old. But what I will say is the biggest flex of that interview, and I tried to play it cool at the start when she said it, but the biggest flex was how shocked Mel C was that she was our first Spice Girl. And I thought, wow, well, you think we're big enough to have had all the Spice Girls? Like, I was like, you're shocked that you're the first one? Like, she was genuinely like, wow, I'm your first Spice Girl? And I was like, oh,
no.
Yeah, we just haven't, schedules have clashed.
We're
with Posh.
so busy.
Yeah, I was like, there's been real schedule
Time
clashes.
zones.
I had Kim K, so I had to bump Posh Spice and,
I actually wonder because she's coming back over New Year's and she's going to be in Australia until I think the end of March. She said in this interview, we have it on film and
she's like, I wonder if we could be friends.
Well, she said we should all go to Toddy's together because she hangs out in Bondi a lot. So, Britt, you've been manifesting it since you were 10. I'm going to manifest that we are going to be best friends because I thought she was one of the most likable and down-to-earth celebrities I've ever heard from.
If you guys go out for lunch and don't invite me, I fucking quit.
She actually said, she's like, interview people only.
Yes. Don't bring that woman who's always spraying breast milk everywhere.
But yes, this was definitely a highlight. $1 million question. Did you guys get to pick your names? Like, did you get to say, I want to be sporty, or did someone put that on you?
We were named by a magazine. So, you must know Top of the Pops. It's iconic TV music show in the UK. Well, it was sadly no longer with us. And they had a magazine and it was the editor. And we had lunch with him and he was like, you guys, you need a nickname. So they just like published the magazine one week and give us these silly names. And they just stuck. And actually in the US, they don't know our names. They kind of know them now. But like back in the day, it was just all nicknames.
Interesting. I did not know that. So when the Spice Girls took off, you didn't have the names yet. That was given to you after the fact.
Yeah. And it was like I say, it was never meant to be a thing. It just caught on.
Was
and
anyone
loved
dirty?
It. And
dirty with the names? Like, was Ginger like, fuck, why am I Ginger? Like,
yeah. No, we loved it. And we totally played up to it and we became caricatures of it. And the funny thing is now, because, obviously Ginger, the colour of her hair, right? But, she was fiery and she was outspoken and she was loud. And, we kind of become these characters of these nicknames and we haven't changed. We get together now and we're still, Victoria was always a bit posher than the rest of us. She'd be the first to admit she ain't posh. Well, she kind of is now, but she wasn't then. But yeah, Melby's scary. I mean, I don't know if you've met Melby, but she's scary.
Melby's scary.
That's too funny.
She would be the one that I wouldn't have wanted to cross for sure. Like
absolutely.
That's what she gave.
But you know what she is, right? So Melby she's one of those characters where you wouldn't want to cross her, but if she's got your back,
you're good.
It's all good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, guys, that is it. Our rear in your view.
If you could all raise your off champagne.
2026. I hope that you go into this year with fresh champagne.
Do you know what they do on a lot of reality shows is that they have non-clear glasses so that continuity, they can cut and edit. You can't tell how much liquid someone's drunk.
Well, we really haven't drunk much.
Mine is exactly the same as when this episode started.
Okay, can I just tell you, we've had a couple of sips and I already am simultaneously being like, am I drunk or do I have gastro? I don't know what is coming from this.
I mean, God, I can only hope it's both. Guys, I want to say Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas anymore. Happy New Year. We are so grateful for everything that you guys do for us. I mean, I know that we are the ones who come up here and share our lives, but every single day having you guys listen, share in the Facebook group, comment on stuff on social media, be a part of the conversation, send us your Ask Uncuts where we get the absolute privilege of being able to answer your questions every day. As much as we let you in on the inner folds of our life, we feel very much like you do the same for us. And we are deeply and forever grateful for everything that you have built around Life Uncut.
And Laura's inner folds have gone back to normal now. So that we can all jump in there. No, thank you so much. You guys share so much with us. You're so open. And half of this content can only be done because you guys share it and come along for the ride.
Actually, speaking of that, I should have mentioned at the start that the links for every single one of these whole episodes, if there was any part that you were like, oh, I'd love love to go back and listen to that. They will be in the show notes. So you can click on them and it will take you directly to it. And coming up over the next couple of weeks, we've got some, we never take a proper break. We've got some awesome content lined up for you.
We have our holiday content.
And can we say, let's say you guys will be seeing a lot more of Laura and I somewhere else.
Oh yeah, we have a little exciting. Sorry, I've decided in 2026 I'm only saying half of words. We have a really exciting announcement, but we can't do it on this episode because we're embargoed. So there's a breadcrumb.
We don't even know if it might be out.
Who
by
knows?
This point, it might not be, but you will be seeing us in a different capacity. Get excited.
Anyway, guys, you know the drill coming into 2026. You know the drill.
Tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your dog. Why are we talking like this? Fuck off. Tell your mum, tell your dad, tell your dog, tell your friends, and share the love. Because we love love.
We fucking love. We fucking love it.
No one ever give us champagne again. Never.
This is why I used to record drunk.
This is why we can't have nice things. See ya.